Ashli's Trusted Touch. Ashli is a licensed esthetician for all yours or your loved one's self-care needs. Book your appointment at ashlystrustedtouch.glossgenius.com. That's ashlystrustedtouch.glossgenius.com. Or follow Ashli on Instagram or TikTok at ashlys.trustedtouch.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Dad Bods and Touchdowns. I'm Chad, your host. I'm joined today with Eric, my co-host, and we're here to talk some football, UFC, some boxing, any other bullshit topics we decide to talk about. How's it going, Eric? Let's try this week and see how it works out.
We'll try it.
Unfortunately, Jake had some technical difficulties with his laptop computer or his girlfriend's laptop computer. Whatever is what. First of all, we are officially starting tomorrow training camp. Training camp starts tomorrow. Both vets and rookies have reported. And we are also all signed up with our rookies as far as our first round picks, especially. Caleb Williams is under contract, and so is Roma Dunze, which is nice. Now, I know we talked about it roughly if we were worried about it. Like you said, no, it's all pretty much cut and dry. I've heard some rumors out there as far as what he was wanting, which I don't blame the guy. He's a rookie. You got to try to pull off whatever you can. So I'm not faulting the man for that at all. So, yeah. What do you think about that? Pretty much guaranteed $39 million, and we will be able to franchise him versus his wishes.
Yeah, I mean, I get what he was trying to do. You don't have any really say in the money part. That's all cut and dry. It's all that extra stuff. What I've read is what I hear is legit because I've heard some crazy stuff, and I'm like, I don't know half of the stuff that people actually think is true, but I've heard I know he for sure asked about getting paid kind of like his signing bonus, some of it through an LLC, so it wouldn't be taxed the same. That was one thing, and then the other thing he tried to do was that no franchise tag.
Yeah,
which I understand, but
right.
I mean, I wouldn't want to get taxed in Illinois. Man, that's crazy out there.
I agree 100%. The franchise tag, I get, but I don't get when you're talking money. I mean, these guys, when they do get franchised, they're getting paid very well, very, very well, for that year or the second year. But in the same return, I understand wanting to secure up their money just in case something happens health-wise too. So I get that.
No, yeah, I think I think their team is trying to make it more on the player friendly because it gives the team a lot of power over the player too, though. Because you're stuck. You know what I mean? But either way, I don't fault him for trying though.
No. And if he's good, that means we've got him for at least 7 years.
Exactly.
We got the 5th year option and 2 franchise years. But I mean, hopefully the Bears are smart about it, and if he plays to what the expectation is, I mean, he's due to make a lot of money anyway, and hopefully the Bears are smart enough to pay him that money. So for sure. Adunze, I didn't hear anything about the negotiations. Just heard that he signed.
Yeah.
So
I really also think they did it because I heard Hard Knocks was there on Monday or Tuesday, whatever day they signed. So I don't know if they did that for the show as well. But I know it's all some political stuff into that too.
Yeah, and there usually is. So understandable. The one thing that I know we talked about in the past, we really haven't talked about it here, is that the Pro Football has him, Matt Eberflus, that is, to win Coach of the Year. Putting a lot of eggs in the basket for Caleb Williams and the rest of it, but that's pretty exciting to see. You don't get that kind of press in Chicago when it comes to football too often.
No, it's exciting for sure. They have that Hard Knocks. It's gonna put a lot of unknown people to the Bears. Getting to see them in the inside, and like I said before, I think if what is this? Matt Nagy can win head coach of the year. I'm pretty sure we got a chance with Eberflus here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would like to hope so, and that was with Mitchell Trubisky. So
exactly,
I mean,
exactly. I feel way better about this year than when I did in 2018 with Trubisky for sure.
Right. So let me ask you, with everything that is exciting going on with the Bears right now, Lovie Smith was 81-63. All right. Without Lovie, we've been 61-84. How long until we catch Lovie?
Well, probably. I would probably say 2 or 3 years if we get winning seasons here.
Right.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, like I said, I love Lovey. I mean, some of my best memories were from him, with him on the team, and then he helped us out here with last year with the when he won that game for us.
You think that's why Houston fired him?
I'm 100% sure that's why they fired. I mean, it worked out for both of us. Honestly, we got some picks, and they got C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
So
no, absolutely.
Lovie Smith set Chicago up even when he wasn't working for Chicago. So I really like Lovie. I liked Lovie.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was quiet and a little not in your face kind of guy, but I mean, the players loved him from hearing from them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was going to say, I know he was definitely a player's coach when he was here.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And, I mean, to get fired after a 10-6 season, as a fan, it was hard to swallow when that happened. I understand making the playoffs every season and winning a playoff game, but in the same return. I mean, if Mike Tomlin goes 10-7 this year or 11-6, he's not getting fired in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even if he were to miss the playoffs. So I guess that's the way I look at it when I think of Lovie Smith.
It's only Chicago, man. We do things backwards. We trade away almost Pro Bowl tight end for a 4th-round pick, with Greg Olsen, because he's not a blocking tight end. I just don't understand.
Thank you, Mike Martz.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He doesn't fit my system. Oh, okay.
No.
Right.
Yeah, that I remember when that happened. I was pissed. And rightfully so. I mean, the guy is probably going to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. So, and we pissed him away.
Yeah. Actually, a good 1st-round pick for once.
Yeah, right.
And they trade him away.
Yeah. The Bears are going padded starting, the 26th of this month.
Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah, I'm excited for that. It should be fun.
So I'm sure they're all excited about it too. I mean,
oh yeah,
that's got to be good. So, and you and I were just talking before we started. Jackson signed with Baltimore, a 1-year deal. Glad to see you somewhere. I am a Jackson fan for the few years that he had with us that were actually productive. Was not a fan the last 2 years, to be quite honest with you, with injuries and inability to tackle really sucked. So, but besides that, good for him. Happy,
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of personal stuff, and it didn't help that he was hurt a lot. But those 2 years that he was, top 3 safety in the NFL were exciting to watch for sure. He could do no wrong at that time.
No, I agree. But you got anything? What's your thoughts on the Bears as far as what's going on or anything?
I'm excited. Just Just a couple things. If you guys haven't watched, they put out a new 1920 Drive. It's kind of like their Hard Knocks version, kind of that they do their own production stuff. It started off with Matt Nagy talking about how the team added so much talent. They have so
I mean,
much.
not Matt Nagy. He met
Or
Matt
I'm sorry, Matt
Eberflus.
Eberflus. Sorry, I was Matt Eberflus.
He's
God,
trying to take us
Matt.
back in time.
Right. It doesn't help that we have the same initials for both, right?
Right.
Not really, but anyways, so Flus was talking about how the team has added so much and they have everything to compete this year. They just need to be prepared for the moment, you know? And when you hear a coach talk that way, I mean, it kind of pumps you up. I mean, the way he was talking, I was like, the players seemed, engaged and they're listening to them,
Right.
And
Right.
I feel that too, it feels different this year, but I feel like I say that every year, but I really do feel like it's different. It feels different with everything that's happening and how much more we're mainstream, and just we finally have a first overall quarterbacks. I don't remember the last time we had one, or first overall pick, honestly.
No, I agree.
And another one was Courtney Cronin from ESPN 1000 put out an article today about how the Bears plan on starting Caleb Williams this preseason games more than not. It didn't specify how many or what, but they want to give him a lot of looks and get him more chemistry and just get him just into the NFL mindset. You know what I mean? With this,
get him accustomed to the game.
Yeah,
game
and,
speed.
Just acclimated to that, and just calling the plays and stuff, because that's something he's struggled with. So we'll get to see him play. So hopefully we'll get to see him play at least a series or two at the Hall of Fame game. That would be fun to watch. Just get some good football for a series or two.
Yeah, right. Now, how quick do you think that mindset will change if the line's having breakdowns at first in the preseason? Think that mindset will change a little bit?
It will change, I'm sure, but I'm thinking I saw something else, but I forgot to say that it was about how they were blaming Justin Fields for holding the ball for so long. So, you know what I mean? Some of that pressure that Justin Fields got wasn't on the line. So I'm hoping that translate and we see an actual line that quarterback that can get rid of the ball in time. You know what I mean?
Right. So, no, absolutely. I mean, because the average quarterback is like 2.7 seconds in his hand and it's out. Justin Fields was actually over 4 seconds with that ball in his hand. And now I will say, in all fairness, I think some of that was him trying to make a play, trying to make something happen while holding the ball. But I know as a fan, I would be screaming literally at TV, throw it, get rid of it. It's like, I know I'm watching from a TV, so it's easier for me to see. I'm not on the field, and I'm definitely not the caliber quarterback or claim to be caliber quarterback of Justin Fields. But I mean, statistics don't lie, and definitely held it way too long. I agree, which makes it tough on that line.
Yeah, and I mean, my wife, what was it, 2022 or 2020? Yeah, 2022. We went to the season opening against the Packers for my birthday, and watching it live, you can see there are people open, and he would just hold it and then just try to scramble. And it's just like there was no sense of timing or anything. Like he would never lead a receiver. They would always have to adjust for the ball, it seemed like. And it was tough to watch sometimes,
Yeah, I think honestly, and I'm not making excuses for the guy. I mean, obviously he has to develop through games and experience. I still think he was hearing footsteps from Cleveland whenever he stepped back, as far as the first time he actually went into an NFL game and got killed,
Oh, 100%. He's like Sam Darnold, I'm seeing ghosts,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can be the toughest person in the world and still kind of have that in the back of your head. Like, I mean, it takes a toll on you, especially those kind of caliber of players. are massive.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't feel
exactly.
good.
Exactly. So, all right. Is there anything going on in the NFL?
No.
Try.
I mean, the only thing I
So I'm
found
thinking,
was Derrick Henry spends $250,000 on his overall body health, just maintenance, and I was like,
man.
I wish I could I could do that just to be healthy. I know
I
there's
mean,
I know there's other players that spend more that amount, but it's just like it's crazy when you think about it. You know what I
yeah. I mean, I only have to spend like $10,
mean?
And
Yeah, that's what I
I
was saying.
know, just kidding. My vitamins cost a little more than that. That's just shit. My old man vitamins. Uh, but yeah, the Bears did bring somebody in, and I'm trying to remember who it was. There was a linebacker they brought in to work a
Oh,
little bit,
I didn't see that.
but I'm trying to remember who it was that they brought in. But anyway, I was gonna say it sounds like more he was could work the edge a little bit to help
Okay.
them out.
Okay.
But I haven't heard it. The name was different. I will tell you that it was a weird name.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I just, we actually have some football here, and the viewers will actually have a little bit more to listen to because, I mean, we can only talk about fighting and baseball for so much.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Let me see. Yeah, I tried Quarterman.
Quarterman.
Shaquille Quarterman
Okay.
is who they brought in to work out to see how he's going to do. He's been with Jacksonville. He's been with Cincinnati. So see how
That
that
should be
works
good to
out.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Real quick, so Pro Football Focus came out with their NFC quarterback rankings. That's real quick. They put Caleb at number 10.
really,
Who do you think was for number 1?
not Jordan Love.
No, that's not Jordan Love.
No, who's number
No,
one?
it's Dak Prescott.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
That
He goes,
Cowboys
Dak.
fan wrote that. Oh no.
His name is Dakota Randalls. I'm not too sure really know much about him, but he put this out. It
Gotcha.
was Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts, and then Kyler Murray, Jordan Love, Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, and Caleb Williams.
Wow. I don't know about that, but we'll see. You should save that. Make sure you save that.
Yeah, I got it saved on here.
We'll revisit that about week 9, week 10, and see how this guy is, and maybe we can tag him in our YouTube or Spotify and say, hey,
Hey, what are we
we're just
doing?
wondering how this worked, and
I mean,
are you a season ticket holder to the Dallas Cowboys? So,
and then another thing was, is this the worst year for Chicago sports?
oh
It's a
God,
little outdated, right? But the Bears went 7-10. The Bulls went 39-43. The Cubs were at this time 41-48. Blackhawks 23-53 and 6, and White Sox 25-64.
yeah,
We have a winning percentage was 3.379.
yeah. It's very disappointing to be a Sox fan. I can tell you that much. I haven't really hid that. I mean, there are no highlights this season, really. I just, I don't have much to say about Chicago sports right now. I will say this: the Blackhawks are rebuilding. They are rebuilding. I've mentioned it before. Season ticket holder to the Rockford Ice Hogs, which is the farm system for the Chicago Blackhawks. Blackhawks actually own them, and the players they got there this year. I mean, they're going to be good. They'll be real good. And that just means in the next 2 to 3 years, Blackhawks are going to be getting that talent, and we'll be able to put that on ice, in the NHL, not the AHL. So I'm excited about the future for that, but it is time off. Time. It's going to be a time thing for them, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
It's either gonna look. I mean, I think we're gonna go on the up, because we're in the bottom right now. So the only way we can go is up. I hope,
um, I know that I think the Bears probably be the winningest team this season, as far as for pro sports. I know you can't be too happy as a Cub fan.
No, no. I mean, we
Um,
lost today,
yeah,
so I mean, just another one down. And
and the
just
Bulls, I heard they're trying to trade Levine away now. So I know they're in a rebuild process themselves. And if we really want to dig deep, the WNBA, the
the sky
sky,
is terrible.
yeah,
They're
I was gonna say,
terrible.
Angel Reese is the only highlight they have,
Yeah,
really.
exactly. They're terrible.
So
I'm just like, anytime they have a lead, you can bet on the opposite because they won't last very long.
so
By the third or fourth, they're losing. So
make note, it took us to episode 9 to hit the WNBA.
exactly,
So,
exactly. Well, I mean, I'm in Iowa, so I gotta talk about Caitlin Clark at least once, right? So
yeah, right. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. So, actually, speaking of Iowa, they just had a linebacker from Sycamore, Illinois High School, just commit actually to the Hawkeyes. So that's pretty
Really?
exciting. Yeah, Goucher, who plays for Sycamore, he's a senior this year.
So he's a
Committed to
stud
play.
then. Yeah,
Yeah, that should be fairly pretty good. So
that's
pretty
exciting.
exciting to see. I think maybe as August winds down. I know you are a graduate of DeKalb,
I am a
and
graduate of DeKalb, yeah.
Jake is a graduate from Sycamore.
Yeah.
I myself live in Rochelle, so I think we ought
That's
to.
even worse, I think. But it's just
I think we ought to do a little segment. Let's see which teams are doing all right.
yeah.
Yeah, how you feel? How you feeling about DeKalb High School football?
I mean, after I left, I feel like everything just got bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it just got bigger. They got more athletes. Um, I mean, I know a few of the class from last year went to a couple D2 and D1 schools. So I mean, they got good kids. I
yeah,
know they didn't have the best record, but I know they got some decent kids for sure.
yeah. You guys lost a great coach in Weckler, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. After he left, yeah,
Yeah,
after he
yeah. You
left,
can
they kind
see
of went down.
right. And Sycamore, I don't think I'll ever get rid of Joe Ryan. He's successful almost every season,
Yeah.
and we have Kyle Kissick out here who actually played for Eastern, so as a quarterback. But yeah. Anyway, we'll cover that probably through this.
Yeah, we can do
That'd be
that.
kind of cool.
Yeah, a little bit about Fargo because they had the Fargo championships. DeKalb has had in the last 7 years an All American in Fargo every last seven
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
That was something cool to see. I mean, um, I don't know. I mean, it's cool to see how much wrestling is starting. I mean, at least in the Midwest, it's such a
Oh,
big impact.
always
You know what I
big.
mean?
Yeah, and in all fairness, I think the Hyatts have done a great job
Oh yeah,
there.
yeah.
And DeKalb are rebuilding that program and getting those kids going from the club level up. Doing
They
an
always
outstanding
are.
job.
They're always great. So I was happy to see that. Kind of sucked that they got to do all the cool stuff after I left, but I mean I'm happy to see that that they really got to develop that kind of chemistry and have such a
Right.
good team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We're going to pop back in the NFL. I know we've been making some predictions. We're going to give our predictions for the NFC West and NFC East. Tell you what, I'll give my NFC West predictions. If you want to give yours, and you give your
Sure.
East, and I'll give my East. So,
Sure, of course.
I got for the NFC West, I got San Francisco. I got them 14-3. Just a great team. I mean, it's so many weapons. Granted, they might end up missing Ayuk if he gets his way. That with his demand for a trade, but I think even with him gone, they're still going to be that division they're going to own. The Rams, I got 7-10. I think defensively they're going to be hurting. It's going to be struggling, and I do believe, even though we are so happy in Chicago about our offense, I do think you need a defense to win, and
100%.
they're going to be lacking that this year. Got the Seahawks at 5-12 and Arizona at 5-12. I got them both at 5-12 because I know we discussed this in an unpublished podcast because we had problems. Both are lacking with quarterback, and we know in Chicago you can't win if you don't have quarterback. And
Right.
both quarterbacks are improving and haven't fared fairly well. And Seattle, really, with the new coaching staff, I think that's going to be a struggle for them. So,
100%. So I'm kind of similar actually. I got San Francisco going 12-5. I did have the Rams 10-7. I just give them the 10-7 because they still have Stafford and they still have McVay. That
okay.
offense can still make things happen. And a head coach gives you at least two wins. I always think. And then Seattle 7-10, and then Arizona 6-11. Just because, like you said, two new head coaches don't know how they're going to acclimate to um, new people in the system and losing their quarterback coaches and so on and so forth. I don't see how good they're going to be. And then for the NFC East, your favorite team, the Cowboys. I got them going 11-6 just because they got that offense, man, and they got a decent. They still got a decent line on the defense, so I gave them the 11-6. So they improved. So and then I got Philly going 10-7. They regressed, just because I don't know how well Jalen Hurts is gonna play, losing Kelsey at center, and then maybe having Barkley at running back is going to take some pressure off of him, but I don't know how well they're going to play. I got the Giants 8-9. They're just. I think I might have went a little too high, but they got some talent. They've surprised me last few years. They still find ways to win. And then I got Washington at 6-11. Just because they don't have anything. So,
Gotcha. Well, for the East, I'm with you. I got Dallas at 11-6. They're a very well put together team.
yeah,
They just got to actually put it together.
right,
Um,
right.
I think that if Mike McCarthy cannot produce this year, you will not see him again.
I would have fired him. I've always hated Mark McCarthy.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I just think that I mean, do I think Dak's the best quarterback in the NFC? No. But he's definitely adequate enough.
Right.
And if he actually makes good decisions, they could be better than that. Less interceptions, like when he first started off in the league. So,
Sure, sure.
I got Philly actually. I almost changed it to 10-7. I'm gonna leave it 9-8. I agree. I think that tush push is going to be a little bit tougher this year without having Kelsey there. Kelsey left on top of the game, probably the best center still in the league. I think he was good at manipulating the defenses across from him.
Oh, 100%. Leverage and
Um,
everything.
I really don't know if bringing Saquon in is going to really bolster their offense, just because I mean, with his inability to stay healthy, I think that it's gonna be a tough one for him. I really do. I don't. So anyway, I'm getting off on a little thing.
No, you're
9-8. And then Washington, I've got 8-9. We'll see what Jaden Daniels does. I think that I think they got a good coaching staff there. I do think that they got some pieces already in place. I actually work with a guy that he's a Washington fan, and he
Really?
said, he goes, I hope they lose them all, so we get a good draft pick to help him
Jesus.
out. I'm like, oh no.
I don't have faith in Jaden Daniels. I really don't. I don't.
I read an article. I read an article, and I'm trying to remember what ESPN reporter it was. Said, come halfway through the season, we'll have a different conversation about Jaden Daniels being better than Caleb Williams. And I'm like, I'm with you.
To me.
I'm with you. But I think I think he's got talent to at least win games. I do.
He does have talent. Yeah, I agree.
But it's the Giants. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
It frustrates me that these people analyze these quarterbacks and then they don't ever look at the distribution of the ball, right? And they look at who the receivers are. He had 2 top receivers that went first in the first round. What did Caleb have? Yeah. He had nothing, but yet they still think, it makes a difference. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think he's tiny and he'll break. Somebody will hit him.
Could definitely be an RG3 situation for sure.
Yeah, that's what I see, honestly. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And then finally, I've got the Giants at 5-12. I think, to be honest with you, I think the distraction's already there. Rumors of neighbors being out there in strip clubs and stuff like that. That's all it takes. I mean, we've seen it, before in our team, where just the little distractions that start up can really, send a team sideways. And unless somebody grasps a hold of what's going on quickly, I think even 5 games might be tough for them to win.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of want to take that back, but I don't know why part of me thinks that they'll surprise people this year because, just because it's Jones' make it year, you know what I mean, kind of deal.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, then it's just going to be a whole everybody's going to get fired. Head coach, everybody. So it's a make or break year for them, honestly. Even at 8-9, though, I don't think. I don't know.
it still might be the last one for him for sure. But I'm gonna change directions on you a little bit here,
sure,
because I'll be honest with you, I was excited about it. Now I'm more excited. There's a big boxing match this weekend. Jake Paul and Mike Perry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Mike Perry to me is one of the baddest men on the planet. Like for bare knuckle boxing. Like not talking about, mixed martial arts. I'm just talking about straight up throwing fists. Against Jake Paul, who's put some people to sleep that could use their fists. But I don't know if Paul's ever seen somebody like Mike Perry before. I don't know if you got to see the final face-off today or not, but Jake Paul actually gave him a little shove.
Did he?
Yeah, and I don't think that's the right thing to do. Mike Perry's pretty freaking gangster, so I'm up in the air. I'll be honest with you, who could win this? I think that Paul could hit him and rock him. I really do.
Paul's big. He really built himself up. He looks good. I mean, he looks jacked. I don't know. There's only so much that mindset, that wrestler mindset, just keep moving forward. that can get you so far after getting hit so much.
Right.
But
and that's what Mike Perry has.
Exactly.
He just
that's what I'm
walks
saying. He just walks in, which is cool. I mean, sometimes people break, but I don't know. Something about Jake and his mindset, being the younger brother, I feel like he's used to that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I just think he's got a mean right hook,
and he can hit, right? Exactly, and he can hit. But it's just being the younger one. I feel like he has that mindset of getting beat up and just going with it kind of deal. But he surprised me so much. Honestly, I never thought he was going to be good at anything. Just watching him grow, because we grew up basically the same time, you know. And just watching him grow up, it's like I just thought he was going to be a YouTuber, and they're actually good athletes. It's cool to see.
Actually, both of them are. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. One's a wrestler, a WWE wrestler, and then the other one's, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it's going to be fun to watch for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. Any prediction from you?
It's gonna go the distance. I think it'll go the distance.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Perry ever get knocked out. I'll be honest with you, if I could think.
I think he's been knocked out one time. I was listening to the Underdogs podcast or Overdogs, and I think he said one time he's been knocked out or something like that. Yeah. But I mean,
I don't know. What would hurt more? I mean, I'm trying to think. Like getting hit with heavy gloves or bare knuckles. You know what I mean?
I think they're 10-ounce gloves though. They're not.
Oh, not 16.
Yeah.
Oh,
nope.
Okay.
I think they're 10-ounce gloves.
Okay.
So that can fare well for Mike Perry. I think
that's true. His arms won't get as heavy. That's true.
Yeah.
That's tough. I don't know.
It's going to be a good one. I honestly think so. And I usually don't get like overly excited about these kind of boxing matches, only because I shouldn't say they're not professional boxers, but I mean, when I think of professional boxers, I always think of like Canelo and obviously Mayweather and Tyson and Holyfield. You know, I mean, all these guys in the past that they weren't YouTubers. They were not MMA fighters. They were boxers from, you know, since they were little.
Right.
You know. So, but this one excites me. It excites me. I like Mike Perry. So
I do too. I feel like sometimes when I listen to him talk, though, I'm like, you got hit too much in the head. I think you need to relax a little bit. But you know, they got to make their money somehow. You know.
Yeah, he's made a lot of it. That's for sure. Speaking of bare knuckles, McGregor held his first press conference with as part owner now of bare knuckles, and somebody asked him about Khabib, and he's like, "Oh, Khabib ran scared. You know, he's not going to fight me." Khabib almost put him out with his hands. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, I like Conor, but Jesus, take that ass whooping and just be done.
He's never going to let that go. He's that type of guy.
Yeah.
Did you hear, I don't know if this is true or not, about Khabib leaving Russia because he's getting charged with tax evasion or tax fraud or something?
Really? I did not hear that.
I don't know if this is true. To be fair,
we'll have to look into it.
I don't know if it was a legit source or just some kind of, you know, but yeah, I didn't know if you heard about it. That's why I was curious.
I'd be surprised, actually. I mean, because I know he's loved by everybody, you know. I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
Putin's had him over and stuff like that. So you never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
I don't know if that's true. Yeah.
One other thing about Mike Perry, Jake Paul. Did you hear about what Dana White said?
No, what did he say?
He told Mike Perry that if he knocked out Jake Paul, that he would sign him to a UFC contract.
A little bit more motivation, I guess.
Right. So, I mean, he's not just going to get paid if he knocks him out. He's also possibly could be fighting in the UFC again. So,
I mean, they say bad publicity is good publicity. So, I mean, whatever you got to do.
You know what'd be interesting about that one is would Dana make it okay for him to fight UFC and bare knuckle? You know what I mean?
I never seen him share, so I don't know if you would make an exception there.
Yeah,
You know?
but I mean, he threw that out there, but I guess he could
Yeah.
throw it out there on his own terms. So I don't
I,
think Mike Perry's leaving bare knuckle boxing.
yeah. Well, all these fighters just keep doing bare knuckle, and then I saw Paige do slap fighting, and like,
She did well.
yeah, she did do good. Actually, you're right. It was
I
just
was
like
surprised. She
I
ate
was,
that. She ate that shit.
I'm like, you guys are just. They don't care. They're just like, yeah, let me get some more brain damage. It's fine, right? I just
CTE's real.
that slapping thing. I'm just like, there's no way. I mean, whatever, right?
Hey, it's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch. I will say that, but just thinking about standing there and letting someone slap me, I just couldn't do it. I
Shit.
get.
Oh no.
Would you let an average slapper for them slap you for $500,000?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Nah.
Just
Hell
stand
no.
there.
Nah. I'd get up and want to hit him with a bat.
Yeah, just get your bell rung, right? It's just,
Yeah, right.
They get knocked out, man.
Think about this, and he's not joining us right now,
Right.
but Jake's hands are freaking
I told him
ginormous.
he would be good for that. I was like, you should do that.
But I bet you these dudes' hands are bigger than his. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And I'm like, I wouldn't want to get slapped by Jake's hand, so hell no.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody else's.
Bare knuckle, or Brock Lesnar type hands just smacking you in the face. Oh my God.
No. I'll pass. So, but switch, or no, I shouldn't say switching. We got a fight night coming up, and we're both kind of lost on this one. I mean, I know I am. Talking to you sounds kind of the same.
Yeah, 100%.
I do enjoy cards that a lot of these up and comers to get to know them, but it definitely struggled to pick a lock on it, and I'm still kind of scrolling through and looking. But I'll let you go ahead first because I know you've looked at it more than I have.
Yeah. So, like you said, I really don't know any of these fighters. But looking at stats and just kind of the breakdown of the wrestler, or of the not wrestler, of their fighting styles and stuff, I got Cody Durden over Bruno Silva, just because what I saw and read. Durden's got a really good wrestling background, and I'm just gonna always put my money on a wrestler, so that's gonna be my upset. And then for my lock is Miranda Maverick. She is she has great stand up. She has a very good overall, and I think she's definitely just the easiest person to pick. I think overall for a lock. I know I've seen her fight before, so she's solid. Those are my two picks. I just wanted to throw a snippet here because you pointed it out. There are two Chois fighting in this card. I don't know if they're related, right? They're both what it looks like upsets, right? So I'm gonna put it into a parlay just because it would be funny to see them both win, the Choi brothers win. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll see how that goes.
That definitely. I actually Sung Woo Choi is who I'm picking for my upset. So that'll help your parlay. I don't want to go the same direction you do for my lock. So whoever Bill Algio or whatever. That's going to be my lock. I'm just flipping a coin and throwing it out there and seeing how it lands.
Yeah, right.
Other UFC news, by the way. How about John Jones getting arrested?
Right? I
I
forgot to
mean,
ask you about that. What is that? See, I told you he's a
it's
terrible person. He's a terrible person.
nah. It sounds like to me that he might have thrown a threat or something. Not any fists, not grabbed anybody. It sounds like he might have been threatening to the person, and that's why they filed. And I get it, you can't run around threatening people,
Right.
but I mean, come on. I mean, I just, yeah, I don't know. He's still the GOAT. He's still the best of all time.
You can be the best of all time, but you still got to respect people. You know what I mean? You can't. I don't know.
No,
He
I agree.
he he had I saw a meme. I'm like they're like it was I think the best of all time is it's kind of messed up joke too, but it showed a picture of his wife because she always got back up. And
Oh
I was like,
no! Oh
no, I
no!
know. Well, it's his
Oh,
ex-wife
that's
now,
horrible.
but I was like, no
That's
way. I almost
uh,
sent it to you, but I forgot.
um, we're gonna bounce off this subject real
Yeah,
quick.
right. I was like, that's aggressive. Yeah.
Did you, I know we talk wrestling a lot.
Yeah.
Did you see that the contract that Taylor signed with
Yeah.
OSU?
Yeah.
What is it? Just over almost 6.5 mil.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, did you see the other benefits that went with that?
No, I just saw the years and the money.
Yeah,
I didn't see the.
he gets a golf course membership.
Ooh.
He gets 4 tickets to every home game for OSU. He gets the luxury suite during home wrestling duels.
Ooh.
12 tickets to home wrestling duels. 12 tickets to postseason tournaments. And this one actually I thought was pretty cool. Spouse and family travel for away wrestling matches.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
That is nice.
that's why I wanted to bring it up. I thought it was actually pretty cool, and it's nice for OSU to make sure that they know that there's a lot of time invested in, coaching a collegiate sport. It's nice to make sure his family can be with him. I thought it would. I'm interested after reading that how many actual colleges have that written in contracts for coaches. I mean,
No, yeah, and I thought it was gonna be something over the top, but it all seems very
yeah,
like
yeah,
simple. Just yeah.
yeah.
So when I was driving through Oklahoma to Texas, there was signs like Oklahoma City, obviously, but just signs everywhere with his face everywhere, and I was like,
Oh
man, this
yeah,
dude's taking over.
that's a big
I'm
ass
excited.
name.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if he does the Cal Sanderson thing and just builds that team and makes it, top three.
Yeah, and I think if he wins a national championship for team, it's like $120,000 bonus. I think second was
Nice.
like 80,000, third was 60,000, and then for
Yeah.
every national champ he has, it's like $10,000 bonus. So sounds like they're planning on taking care of him. 6.5 mil over 6 years is pretty freaking nice too. So
Yeah. A little over a mil a year. That's pretty nice.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So, well, one of the things that I want to talk about when we do our next podcast, hopefully Jake will be able to join us, is definitely before preseason starts up. Talk about our prediction for NFL MVP for the league. Maybe we can do that, and offensive and defensive player of the year predictions, and see how good we can do when it comes all down to it.
That's
I
gonna be
mean,
tough.
yeah, definitely. It's gonna be hard to see. That's the first C, I
Uh,
should say. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could do all that. Rookie and
yeah, rookie of
offense,
the year.
defense, and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that should be fun. I mean, I have players in mind, but I don't know. I don't know how well we'll be able to guess that kind of thing.
yeah, definitely. And it'd be nice for the insight to see why. Why do you think that, and why would I think that, or or Jake if we can ever get him on this cast again.
No, he doesn't want to do it anymore.
he he's abandoned us. So,
Yeah.
all right. You got anything else for this week?
No, I mean it's pretty straightforward week. We're getting closer and closer to real football, and some more better topics to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to do next week's, to be honest with you. Definitely we'll have more information coming out of the camps, and I'm sure we'll have some videos coming out that we'll be able to watch and stuff to get excited about for sure. So
yeah, we got Edwards versus Muhammad 2 for the fights, and then Aspinall versus Blades.
Oh yeah.
Patty Mac and King fighting. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see if Patty can actually get in the top 15. That should be nice to see.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Hey, I noticed you got your new jersey on.
Yeah.
Your Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher, Waterboy.
Yeah. I actually got my Father's Day gift since while waiting for it.
Oh yeah.
I got my new non-point.
Oh, non-point. Oh,
jersey.
Look at you.
Yeah. Yep. So I had to sport it once I got it.
Sport your
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't wear Bears jerseys because they always end up leaving the team. So I decided to sport my Bobby Boucher.
I think what I'm going to do is actually start to create a collage of all the jerseys that I have that are no longer Bears because they didn't pan out.
That's what I'm saying. You either got to get like a Devin Hester or a Charles Tillman, something, Urlacher, Dick Buckus, that Mike Ditka kind of jerseys, retro. I think that's what I'm going to invest here in the future. I might get my son a Caleb Williams jersey. I won't lie. I might, just because, he can
make it safe. Get him under Dunze.
Yeah,
right.
It might be
safer.
Yeah,
don't go sabotaging our quarterback now.
Yeah, I might do that, but it's a kid, so they don't got any bad juju like.
This is true. No superstition like we've got. That's for sure.
Exactly. It's crazy.
So,
but yeah, I'm excited for next week. Next week should be a lot better for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right. Well, if you ain't got anything else going on, and I don't, if you have any suggestions, any questions, reach out to us. We're interested to hear. Pass along any great information to us. Be happy to cover anything. All right. Well, thank you for listening.
See you guys.
Peace.
HD Entertainment DJ services are here for all your music needs. Contact us for weddings, quinceañeras, or private parties. You can reach them at hddjentertain@gmail.com or find us on Facebook.